What is up, people of the Red Zone Room, YouTube, the 440 Sports podcast on Spotify, whatever you're listening to this on? It's going to be on most platforms. Just 440 today for like 5 to 10 minutes. And we are going to explain in this video why Dak Prescott is easily top 10, why he's borderline elite, and why everybody arguing against that is delusional. This mainly comes from TikTok. And I think Dak Prescott is the eighth or ninth best quarterback in the league. I think I have meant eighth, but seems to be a lot of people on TikTok that that think, oh, he can't win, he doesn't have a good record, stuff like that, or just the fact that he's on the Cowboys and they just can't seem to admit that he's top 10. But anyway, we'll get into that in a sec. Me and Tailgate are introducing kind of a new series. Tailgate posted one on his YouTube, Why Tom Brady is the GOAT. Basically, we're going to make some 5 to 10 minute videos here and there, um, pretty much on our hottest takes or the most controversial debates going on TikTok or stuff like that. A good example, I guess I'll give you 8 examples of videos that we would be doing in the future. Right now, I'm doing why Dak Prescott is borderline elite, but some other ideas that we will be doing in the future, explaining why we think Saquon is easily top three, debatably the best in the league. Explaining why Carson Wentz will succeed with the Colts, which I'll probably be doing that one next. Explaining why Big Ben is washed up, and we actually disagree on that. That's what I think. Tailgate disagrees. We'll definitely get into that. Fifth one would be why Tannehill is undoubtedly top 10, and all these excuses that his success comes from Derrick Henry makes literally no sense. These I will back all of these claims up in separate 5 to 10 minute videos in the future. Another one, why Josh Jacobs is not top 10. Another one, why David Montgomery is the most overrated running back in the league, and why AJ Brown is better than DK and Terry. Now that one's close, but that's just my opinion. Me and Tailgate might not have the same stances on these, but these are my 8 videos that I want to cover. And we'll comment. You can comment more videos or more takes that you want me to evaluate. But basically, whenever me and Tailgate find some free time, sometimes it's hard scheduling. We're still going to do our weekly podcast. Just me and him, or we might be getting features. We're getting a feature. We're getting pick and spreads on here. We're getting Fanalize on here. We're getting Walter picks on here. We got a bunch of features lined up, but sometimes it's hard to find a time where all three of us can get on, but those features will happen. But we will still be doing one of those videos every week, one of those 30 to 60 minute videos. I don't even know, they're usually like an hour, but we'll still be doing that. But we're just going to add on a new series, which is 5 to 10 minute videos explaining our hottest takes or the most controversial debates. So without further ado, oh, actually real quick before I say that, um, so I'm trying a new layout. I'm trying a new layout on this YouTube, and I know this intro is long, piss me off. Skip to. I'll put a note in the comments to skip to whatever if you don't want to hear the intro, because I know I hate long intros. But I'm gonna put some graphics up here. Probably some Dak Prescott highlights. I'll be putting Dak Prescott stats up there and just stuff like that. Some visuals for you guys that are watching on the YouTube to look at. Let me know in the comments if that's what you like. If I should just do straight up my face, if I should do straight up just like Dak Prescott highlights, or if I should do this layout that I'm doing now, which is my face on one side, talking to you guys, and then on the other side some Dak Prescott highlights and stats and all that. Just let me know what you guys feel like a good layout would be. Okay, now we're starting the video. Sorry for the long intro. That I won't do long intros like that in future videos. But this is kind of just introducing the series. So anyway, Dak Prescott is a top 10 quarterback, and I cannot stand when I hear people tell me that he's not, because there are two main reasons that people use to try to tell me that he's not top 10 or that he's overrated or that he's just you know so the first reason is that his record, he can't win. He was 1-3 this year when he played, stuff like that, or he was what, 8-8 last year with apparently the 11th ranked defense, which by the way, that I do not agree with that. They were borderline top 20 in my opinion. But that's besides the point. Stop judging quarterbacks on record. It's ridiculous. It makes no sense. That, I mean, if you use that, if you say Dak Prescott isn't top 10 because his record isn't good, you have to apply the same thing to Deshaun Watson and say he's not top 5 because he went 4-12. And yes, You just heard that. You just heard how stupid that sounds. It's the same logic for Dak Prescott. And if you want to argue that, oh, it's different because Watson's stats are top 5 and Dak's stats are top 10, that doesn't really make sense. But what I'm saying is, like, it's fair to say, well, it's different for Watson because his stats are so much more elite. They're really not, and I'm going to get into that. But and another thing is situation. People want to say that Dak Prescott's not a top 10 quarterback because he has this great situation. That's the only reason he puts up stats. And I understand the receiver part. He does have good receivers. But once again, if you're going to use that logic on Dak Prescott, you have to use it on Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Josh Allen. That's a perfect example. Josh Allen. If you're going to use this logic on Dak Prescott, oh, he's not top 10 because, he has Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb. He has a great receiving core. Then you have to also sit there and tell me, oh, Josh Allen's only top 6. He's not even top 6. He's only good because he has Stephon Diggs. You have to be consistent with your claims if you're going to say stupid claims like that. I'm just being straight up here. But the other main reason that people try to tell me that Dak Prescott is not top 10 is, oh, all of his stats come from garbage time. Okay, the yards come from garbage time. I'll give you that. But and actually, you know what? Screw what I just said. Yes, his defense is terrible. And yes, he might have more opportunities because his defense sucks, gives up more points, and he gets to be on the field more and kind of pad his stats. And that's where all those yards come in. That's why he's averaging 500 yards a game. That might not be right, but something like that. He's averaging. He was throwing for a ridiculous amount of yards this year every game. So that's understandable. But any smart person knows that you don't evaluate people on passing yards. And obviously, I have a bunch of stats here that I'm going to go through. Um, and another narrative about this garbage time thing I wanted to talk about. I don't think you can call this year garbage time. Garbage time is you're being killed. The defense is just playing prevent defense, and you're just padding your stats. Dak kept his team in the game. We all know that defense was bottom 5 at least. They might have improved towards the year, and they were bottom 10. But bottom line, that was a terrible defense. Everybody knows it. That's their whole problem. That's why they're not good. Their offensive line, by the way, was very, very injured. 2 or 3 starters went on IR. Zach Martin was banged up all year, stuff like that. So you can't say he has a good O-line. I will give you the good receivers. We know what happened with Zeke this year, but here's what I'm gonna say. Um, Dak Prescott kept his team in the game. Week 1, the Los Angeles Rams, who made the playoffs, won a game. I think they were 10-6, if I'm correct on that. It was 20-17 Rams final. Okay. Week 2, we all know what happened in week 2 with the Falcons. The Falcons, yes, maybe they were up 39-26. And this is where, oh, that's just garbage time. He literally led his team, came back and won the game. Who else? I mean, that offense, Dak Prescott, that's what won the game. You can harp on the onside kick or whatever. That might have been a little lucky. But the bottom line is you can't call it garbage time when he comes back and wins the game for his team. Week 3, Seattle Seahawks 38. By the way, another playoff team, another like 12-4, I think, playoff team. Seattle Seahawks 38, Dallas Cowboys 31. You want to say that's garbage time? That's not a good game. That was a close game. That was a back and forth nail biter game. So, well, but I guess that's all garbage time stats. Week 4, Browns 49, Cowboys 38. Now, it's an 11-point loss. I mean, I personally remember watching this game. He literally kept his team in that game. They would have been getting killed if he wasn't. And we saw that later on when they got killed by Washington kill him like 42-16. Just a small sample size, I know, but Dak Prescott keeps his team in the game. He's the only reason that franchise isn't 4-12. Um, but anyway, the bottom line here is just stop saying Dak is only good because of garbage time. Stop saying I'm not even going to get into this quarterback. This record is a quarterback stat. It's not. That's a whole separate video. That literally makes no sense. And I think everybody, that knows football, and I hate to say that, but it makes sense. Okay, now let's go through the stats. Dak's 2019 was actually better than his 2020. I think people think Dak had this like top 3, top 5 2020 before he got hurt. I wouldn't say that. I would say top 10 though. So this year he was second in yards per attempt. He was 8.4, second second among starting quarterbacks in yards per attempt. He was ninth in completion percentage, 68%, 11th in passer rating, fourth in quarterback rating, QBR. Um, oh, I forgot to rank this, but 7.72 net yards per attempt. That's really good. I don't know where that ranked though. His pressure percentage was 21.7%, which means he was getting hit every four times. Or I worded that terribly. He gets hit four times per game. Not per game. Hit every four plays. Okay. That's basically saying that his offensive line wasn't good. I'm not going to go through a situation. By the way, the people that say it's a good situation, you can only say he has a good receiving core. Zeke was terrible this year. The O line was not good this year. The defense was ass water this year. Mike McCarthy was terrible this year. He has a great receiving core, and that's all he has. Okay. So you can't use this, oh, he has a great situation. That's why he's not top 10. When all he has is a receiving core, then you're just going to ignore somebody like Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, you know, blanking, but those guys have great situations. But you're not going to apply the same thing to them, are you? But his 2019 second in net yards per attempt at 7.68, which, by the way, I said 7.72 this year, so it's better than last year. But ninth in quarterback rating last year at 71.9, 12th in completion percentage, fifth in touchdowns, 33 total touchdowns, 30 passing touchdowns. Passer rating was 99.7. Game winning drives is one thing I do want to talk about. You can say, oh, it's just because of a defense sucks. Say that all you want. But another narrative I tend to hear a lot is like, oh, he only does good in garbage time. He's not a clutch quarterback, stuff like this. He can't win. He has 15 game winning drives. He has 9 comebacks in his career. And I'm not trying to, say, oh, 2016, that's what we need to be going off of right now. But we all remember that was one of the best rookie quarterback seasons we've ever seen. I would I would damn near say him and Herbert have been the best two rookie quarterback season, at least since I've been alive. So I'm really getting sick of this Dak Prescott is overrated narrative. All those stats I gave you, top 11 in all of them, and most majority of them top six, top seven. Um, he is an elite quarterback. I don't understand I just went through all the reasons that people say he's not good, and I did my best to debunk them. I don't really want this to be a 15-20 minute video. I think we're coming up on 10 minutes. I could be wrong, but we're gonna cut the video there. Um, you know, I just wanted to keep it short because I'm gonna be doing a couple of these. It's gonna take me a while to edit this. I'm gonna put those highlights over there. Anyway, please comment and give us some feedback on these videos if you want us to keep doing these because if they don't do good in views or like you guys aren't really rocking with them, then we're not going to do them because they take time. So let us know what you think about these videos. Also let me know what you think about Dak Prescott. But anyway, the next video I'm going to do personally, I'm definitely going to get to this why Carson Wentz will succeed in Indy. I have plenty of stuff to say about that, and I'm pretty sure Tailgate wants to get on here and discuss why David Montgomery is overrated, which I stand by that. I'm getting sick of people calling him top 10. So we can debunk all the theories here. Basically, the point of these videos are because we can't do 1 minute videos on TikTok. There's not enough time. If you, for example, the Saquon is the best running back type thing or top three, whatever. I can't explain my whole claim in one video because it's 60 seconds and I'm just not going to do it. So we're gonna start doing these. We're gonna start doing these 5 to 10 minute videos. Just let us know what you think. Comment, like, subscribe. Go check out our TikToks. Go check me out on Twitter too. Both of us are on Twitter. We both have separate YouTubes. I'm not as active on there, but I'm gonna do these videos on there too. So go check everything out. Thank you for listening. Give us some feedback.